Hello all, my name is Krish Nayak and welcome to my YouTube channel. So guys, today in this particular video we are going to discuss about the major hurdles that are faced by companies during the AI adoption. Now this particular video is important for everyone guys, whether you are a fresher, whether you have some numbers of years of experience, or whether you are highly experienced, and if you are planning to make a transition towards data science. In the recent Gartner survey, it is said that more than 26% of the companies, right, and the organization are actually using AI in the business process or during the development of their particular product. Now, this is pretty much important, and probably in the upcoming 4 to 5 years, many organizations will be using AI more often. But still, there are major concerns that are faced by organization also, or you can also say it as a hurdles. And this all points I have listed down. There are somewhere around 7 to 8 points which I'm going to discuss with you. And this is based on my experience guys, since I've been working for this many years. So what is the major hurdle over there? So the first hurdle is basically about the quality of the data. Now this is a very important issue guys. If we take example of successful companies like Google, it may be Facebook, it may be LinkedIn, right? What is the most important thing? How they are able to actually create a lot of products? It is all because of data. You can see Google, each and every services that they provide, right? It is all based on data. Even companies like Netflix, Amazon Prime, Amazon.in, the kind of recommendation system that they are actually created is amazing. And this is all because of high quality data. Okay, just not data, just not some random data that it is given to you. Very good high quality data, right? And just imagine, like, if you want to stay healthy, you need to have some nutritional food. So similarly, a model to perform well, it needs to be given with a high quality data. It needs to be trained with a high quality data. But still, many companies are lagging this. From my experience, from my past experience I've seen guys, I have been implementing various IoT projects. And in the IoT projects, we get live stream of data from the devices, right? From IoT devices itself. And when we are getting this kind of data, the quality of the data is not that good. We really need to dive into the data a lot. So definitely we need to be a domain expertise also in order to understand the data properly and do all the pre-processing steps. But still, I think that company needs to improve that particular step. Now, there are many companies who have huge amount of data, but the data quality is still lagging. That is what I feel. Okay. Now coming to the second point, guys, it is about the business process challenges. Now, first and the second point are quite interrelated, guys. Why? I'll just explain you. Now, what do I mean by business process challenge? There is one thing with respect to the companies and probably with respect to the higher management. First of all, every company, as I said, has huge amount of data. Once they have a huge amount of data, it may be with respect to any kind of products that they are having. Let it be some IoT products, some other products itself, right? Or some devices, something, right? It may be anything. After collecting that particular data, then they think about the use case. Whereas, according to me, this process should be reversed. Instead of that, companies should first of all think about the business problem, then worry about the data, right? But nowadays it is completely inverse. It looks like, first of all, companies are collecting huge amount of data, then they are thinking that how we can utilize this particular data to generate some use cases which will be beneficial for the company. Now, because of this thing, the scope of different business use case will be restricted. Whereas if I inverse that particular technique, if I tell my higher management people to actually think about the business problem first, forget about the data at that specific point of time. You will be able to get data from various sources. Many companies are doing that, right? So the first point, and this is specifically for the higher management guys, for the higher experienced guys. First of all, think about the business problem. Even in my recent video, I've also explained about how a data science project looks like. I had started with a business requirement over there. A business analyst write down all the requirement. Then a data analyst and a data scientist think about like from where we can get that specific data. If you're creating some insurance project, if you're creating some kind of project, right? Then we think about from where we can get that specific data. Then we derive all the life cycle of a data science project. So it is pretty important for everyone Guys, if you're working in your companies also, you should also tell your higher management to think in that specific way. This is what I can say from my experience. If you go in the inverse way, the use cases will be quite restricted. Okay, now coming to the third point, guys. The third point is with respect to the implementation challenges and the skill set mismatch. Now, this is also a very important reason, or it can be also called as a hurdle. There are a lot of openings that are available with respect to data science. Now, you may be saying, Krish, how is this possible? We are not getting any calls. Guys, if you have the right kind of skill sets, you will definitely be getting the call. Now, why companies are not calling you? Probably there is definitely a skill set mismatch. At least you have not provided all the information in your resume. You're not able to portray, even though you're good, you're not able to portray yourself in front of them. But there are still many requirements with respect to data science, even in this pandemic situation. Because you should not be a burden, because if they hire you, right, you should not be a burden on them. You should be independently able to solve all those things. And yes, in the upcoming years, in the upcoming 1 to 2 years, people are learning more and more. I've seen people now, they are gaining more and more knowledge. So if the skill set is not that good, definitely you will not be able to implement some good quality projects, guys. Right? And if you're not able to implement good quality projects, understand the project that you have created can also lead to huge loss for the company. Data science project is that much powerful. Okay, I have seen many projects getting failed, and that is all because skill set mismatch and the implementation gone wrong. So they are actually facing those implementation challenges, and it is purely because of skill set mismatch. So people are learning more and more. They're gaining more and more experience. And even for the experienced people, I request you guys, don't think that you cannot be good at data science. You can definitely be good at data science. You are having a huge amount of domain knowledge in whatever domain you are actually working for. In the past 15 to 20 years, or for the past 10 years, or for the past 7 to 8 years, you are having that domain, which is pretty much important. If you understand the techniques of data science, you can do a whole lot of work. Right? Now coming to the next point, guys, the cost of the tools and the development. Now, when a data science project is initiated completely from scratch, there are a whole lot of things that are required. First of all, hiring of people. And if you have seen the roles and responsibilities in data science, guys, I have uploaded one of the video before, some months back. There you require various people like business analyst, data analyst, you require cloud engineers, you require big data engineers, you require database architect, right? You require data scientist, you require machine learning engineers, you require analytics manager, which is a very rare role. You require a DevOps team who actually creates the whole CI/CD solution, right? So all these people are very, we have to really pay. If you are running a company, you will have to pay a lot of money. So if a company is not that properly funded, I definitely think that it is very, very difficult for them. And this is a major, major hurdle. Not only this, guys. Apart from this, suppose you are implementing a data science project, you may be requiring different infrastructure. It may be your PaaS architecture, infrastructure as a service architecture. It may be GPUs. You may also require the GPUs for that. And probably most of the companies nowadays, they are using AWS and Azure, whereas in banking companies, they try to go with the in-prem servers itself within that same office location, right? So they do a whole lot of things, and there is a whole lot of cost involved. So if your company is not properly funded, I think this higher management people will definitely feel this as a hurdle to adopt AI into the business, right? Now coming to the next point, which is pretty much important, guys. The most important of all of this is cybersecurity. As you all know, I have told in my first thing that you need to have a very high quality data. You need to have a huge amount of data. So definitely there will be an issue of cybersecurity also. Data breaches, right? And recently from the experience from Google, you have seen Google and Facebook CEOs getting interviewed, or they were actually given a statement in front of the senators in US, right? So by that you can understand if there is a breach of data, what all things can happen. And considering this, guys, it is pretty much important. Cybersecurity needs to be done. one thing about cybersecurity is that yes, companies are again using AI in cybersecurity also. They're trying to prevent the frauds. If I take an example of credit card fraudulent data, right? Now when you are actually solving this kind of problem statements, credit card fraudulent data, to find out the fraudulent, right, the data will be very, very less. And it is very, very difficult for a model to accurately say all the things. Okay, still the models are getting failed with respect to this particular scenario. Because just understand, okay, in a month, there was a pattern that every 10th day, if I consider the 12 months data, if I consider around every 10th or 20th day, right, you have some kind of credit card fraudulent transaction for the first year. And suppose you just have that much data. Now you train your model. Suppose just understand on the 13th day of every month, now that fraudulent is actually happening. What will you do? At that time, this kind of situation will not be able to handle by the model, because model looks for patterns, right? Based on that only they'll be able to actually find out. And yes, data also they'll be looking at, but still I feel that the model will not be able to perform at its best. So data breaches, and definitely you have seen, guys, after a data breach has happened, that particular problem has come, and then the company has actually fixed that particular problem. So cybersecurity is one of the domain which is going to grow. I don't know. Definitely, if you have a chance to work in the cybersecurity domain, you should go and start working with respect to AI. Right? The next point is about legal and regulatory risks. Now, as you see that, guys, not every company tries to do some data breach, but due to some cybersecurity issues, due to some loopholes, that kind of breach usually happens. And at that point of time, government comes up with their own policies. They try to sue the companies and do a lot of things. At that time also, the high management people have a kind of fear with respect to that too, because it definitely will impact the company. I don't know like how, because that is a major risk altogether. So yes, high management executives, they are also facing this particular problem as a hurdle in adopting AI. The last and the final point that I really want to mention is about ethics. Now, many companies, since they are using AI, it is up to the company how do they use AI. Whether they are using AI for good purpose, for bad purpose. Because in most of my videos also I see that whether Terminator-like characters are possible in the future. It can be, guys. It can be. I'm saying it can be. But it depends on the person or on the company who's creating those. For what purpose they are creating those. Right? That is pretty much important. Ethics needs to be always considered. Ethics is the most important thing, like how we are utilizing a technology. It can be used at its best, right? It can be also used at its worst. Now, if I take about nuclear energy, it is being used for generating electricity. It is being used for generating various other things, right? Whereas it can also be used for the bad purpose. So this is the difference when we consider with respect to ethics, and with respect to that in AI also it will be happening. Considering this as we go ahead, guys, definitely now the higher management and the executives are looking to overcome this kind of hurdles, and now they are slowly implementing things and all. But yes, this is still a hurdle, and probably it will take some more time in order to overcome all these things. So yes, guys, this was all the points that I had to mention. I hope you like this particular video. Please do subscribe to the channel if you have not already subscribed. I'll see you all in the next video. Have a great day. Thank you, one and all. Bye-bye.